everyone, hope you all are fine. Welcome to the English Academy. In this video, we are going to start a brand new novel named as The Railway Children, written by Edith Nesbit. Students, from now onwards, I'm going to give you the explanation of each chapter individually, so it will be helpful for you to understand the story of the novel well. But right here, before going towards explaining you the first chapter, I want you to have a brief overview of this novel, that what is this novel all about and what we are going to actually read in it. So, students, The Railway Children by Edith Nesbit is a classic novel about three siblings, in which first one is Roberta. She is also called Bobby. She is the eldest one. Then comes Peter. He is a boy and he wished to be an engineer. And in the last, here comes Phyllis. She is a girl and the youngest among all these three siblings. Right? Roberta, Peter, and Phyllis. So the whole story revolves around these three siblings. Actually, what happened? They were having a comfortable life in London, but their life in London ends when their father is falsely accused of spying and imprisoned. They move with their mother to a modest country cottage near a railway where they befriend local workers and an old gentleman passenger who ultimately helps prove their father's innocence. Actually, this novel is divided into two parts, you can say, or the story is having two phases. In phase one, this family, who is having three children, father and mother, were having a very comfortable, luxurious, lavish life in London. They were living happily over there. But what happened, due to a false accusation on their father was imprisoned, and then they had to move to a smaller house where life is not same as they were living in London. Obviously, the cottage was small, it was not accommodated with the basic necessities, you can say, and they were lacking all the things and all the luxuries which they were having in their London house, right? So, in phase one, we will see that they were having a good life with all the luxuries and facilities, and when the life or the events will take turn, so their life will be changed into an uncomfortable one. So this is somehow the plot of the novel, and now we are going to begin the chapter number 1, which named as The Beginning of Things. So let's start and see what is this chapter all about. The Railway Children by Edith Nesbit introduces Roberta, Bobby, Peter, and Phyllis living a comfortable life in a London suburb. Their happy routine ends when two men visit their father, who then has to leave urgently, forcing the family to move to a smaller country house near a railway. Actually, in the starting, as I told you before, they were having a very good life. But what happened one day, two men visit their father at their place, means at their home, and then their father had to urgently or immediately leave the house. And after that, their father did not come, rather, they have to move to a country house near a railway station. Let me tell you some key points. With the help of some key points, I'm going to tell you their life before the change, right? Three children were there. Roberta is the oldest. I told you Peter wants to be an engineer, and Phyllis is the youngest. They were having a happy home. They live in a nice suburban red brick villa with plenty of toys, comfort, and a loving mother who plays and reads with them. The perfect father. He works hard as a government worker and always spends time playing with the children when he is home. So it was the life before the change. Then comes the sudden disruption. It was Peter's birthday. The chapter starts on Peter's 10th birthday, where he receives a prized toy train engine. Then came the visitors. Two strange men arrived to speak with the father in private, leading to loud, angry voices. Father leaves the house. The father goes away with the men on urgent business, and their mother tells them not to ask questions. Then, moving to the countryside or the cottage, here comes the new reality. The family faces money troubles and has to leave their comfortable home. And the last key point is three chimneys. The mother moves the children to a colder, simpler house in the country located right next to a railway line. So it was a brief overview, also the detailed one of this novel, of this chapter, the beginning of the things, right? Let me sum up it for you again. Roberta, Peter, and Phyllis lived with their father and mother in London. Their parents were very loving and caring towards them. Their father was a very jolly person and never got angry. The children had everything they needed. Their mother was a housewife while their father was a government servant. One night, two unexpected gentlemen came to the house. The two men and their father went to a room to talk in private. They talked for a long time, and their father's voice became louder and louder. He sounded angry, which was quite a surprising thing for the whole family because children did not see their father angry any time in the house. Soon after the father left the house with the two men, the children were worried. If there was any bad news, their mother informed them that their father had to go away on some urgent business. Everything was horrid after their father left them. After a few weeks, they moved to the countryside. They lived in a little house near a railway line or railway station. So it was all from chapter number 1 of the novel, The Railway Children, in which we came to know that how Roberta, Peter, and Phyllis' father was gone away. He was taken by two men, and their mother made an excuse. It was a fake excuse, obviously, lame excuse you can say, that their father had to leave the house to to go for a business work on urgent basis, right? But after that day, their life was not the same as they were living. I hope that this chapter is clear to everybody, but still if you are having any confusion and question, you can ask me in comment section. And for the explanation of chapter 2, you need to watch the video that has been posted on the channel. Till the next time, take a very good care of yourself. Bye bye.